Hello, boys and girls of the internet. I am Larry, and welcome to Super Overwatch. This is the first video of this kind I'm doing on the channel, and basically I've just been playing tons and tons of Overwatch since the game came out, and I realized that there's this huge discourse always going on the internet, guys uploading videos to YouTube and talking about the problems with Overwatch and the cool new things in Overwatch, and I realized that I wanted to be a part of that discourse. And more importantly, I realized that I had the ability to record a game of Overwatch and then talk over it like I'm doing right now. And I can make the maximum amount of work and put a product out for the minimal amount of effort. So here we go. The thing I wanted to talk about today is the Widowmaker problem. This is a problem that Overwatch has had since almost the beginning of the game. And I can't believe it, guys. It astounds me that Jeff Kaplan and the team have not dealt with this problem yet. I know they're smart guys. They have made a terrific game. Mwah, mwah. I always want to kiss it on the face every time I play it. It's so good. It feels so good. And I just keep wanting to come back for more and more and more. But I can never overlook the fact that they have this one character, Widowmaker, and she is absolutely useless. She has been in the game, she has been there since before the game came out, she's been there in the beta, she was at least there in the open beta, and she has been in since day one of the game. This isn't Anna, this isn't Sombra, this is a character we've been dealing with for over at least 6 months. I don't know, I wasn't playing Overwatch since about a week before the game came out when they released the free beta, but you know what, I at least know that in the last 6 or 7 months she's been around and she has been downright terrible. And I'm going to tell you why. And the thing is that you think of Overwatch and it's a game where you have different sections of people and they have roles and they have jobs to fill. You know, and that's why, like, you can't just have 6 healers on your team. You're going to have a Mercy or you're going to have a Lucio. And you might have a couple of them. You'll probably have a couple of them, especially if you're in the pro meta scene, because they're always going at least with 2 healers. You're probably going to have an Ana and you're probably going to have a Lucio and Zenyatta and Mercy. Sorry, I love you guys, but you're not in the meta and you're not important. But again, we're looking at Widowmaker, and she's not in the competitive meta right now either, and it is because there are characters that do her job better. Now look at the 2 types of fire that she has. She's a very interesting character. First off, she has this close range machine gun. If she gets into a close range, you know, if she's kind of mid to close range and she needs to deal with somebody quick, she can just pull out the machine gun, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, and she can take them down. Except the problem is she can't. Her machine gun just doesn't do enough damage, ladies and boys and girls. I don't know why they don't realize that it's not doing enough damage. It's hilarious because everybody says that Sombra's been put into the game, and Sombra has this damage output on her machine gun that just isn't as good as everybody else. But if you look at Widowmaker, her machine gun is abysmal. It can barely shoot down anybody. Maybe you'll get lucky and maybe you'll pick off a couple targets, but you're not going to be doing a good amount of damage with this machine gun. And that is what we really have to look and focus on, because if you want to play the machine gun role, you're going to be better off going with somebody like Soldier 76. Soldier 76 is the machine gun man. And I mean, he's got his machine gun and rap-a-tap-a-tap-a-tap, and it does tons and tons of damage, ladies and folks and boys and girls, and it does so much damage, and it's able to mow down targets, it's able to mow down Reinhardt shields, it's able to just keep going, plow, 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 plow. You focus on the enemy, you focus them down, you fire them down, and you know what? They're going to drop. And your count, your kill count, your damage count is going to go up and up and up. You're going to be looking at gold eliminations, you're going to be looking at gold damage, and you're going to be feeling really good about yourself. Because as we know, gold damage and gold eliminations, that is the key of the game, and making yourself feel good and look good and be good. Ladies and folks and boys and girls, that is how you do it. Widowmaker is outclassed in every single way by Soldier 76. There's no reason with him in the game that you would ever pick her. And now this is kind of the main point, the point and the focus that we want to look at today, is that the boys over at Overwatch HQ, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something to make Widowmaker viable, and that thing is probably upping the damage on her gun. And no, this isn't me just saying this out of the blue. This is from months and months and months of experience and playing with this character and looking at the game and looking at the competitive meta and looking at the trends of Overwatch. And I'm not just going out here, I'm not saying, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm calling for Blizzard to make these changes. I'm just preparing you because I know better than you that these changes are just around the corner, and this is what you're going to experience hopefully very soon in Overwatch. Now, of course, I say very hopefully soon, but we haven't really seen Kaplan and the boys wanting to make this change. Who knows why? They're not really making it, and they're not saying why they're not making it, but this is a problem. We need to up her machine gun damage. Now, the cool thing about Widowmaker's kit is that she actually has 2 guns, and this other one is a giant shotgun. But unfortunately, just like her machine gun, it is awful. She has these 2 guns, and they are both downright atrocious, abysmal. Now look at this. You got him up, you get close into somebody's face, it takes so long to aim, to pull out the shotgun. Now, I don't understand it if you look at Mercy. She goes from staff to healing, or staff healing to pistol, and I'm sorry, I misspoke, boys and gentlemen, ladies and boys and boys and boys. If you look and you go from the pistol to the healing staff to the pistol to the healing staff, it's very, very fast. If you have somebody like Torbjorn who has a mid-range fire and a close-up fire, or somebody like Roadhog who has a close-up fire and a mid-range fire, they can transfer very quickly from the mid-range fire to the close-range fire, and it makes them very viable characters. It makes them diverse, it makes them able to be used at different ranges, and it makes them more diverse characters, ladies and boys and gentlemen, and girls and girls and girls and boys and raccoons. And here's the problem, is that it takes a very long time to pull out Widowmaker's shotgun. And then the second problem on top of that is when you're close up in somebody's face, the reticle for the shotgun, while it is very, very powerful, is very, very small, and it's very hard to be accurate and critical and to hit your opponent with the shotgun. Now, this is crazy because you look at somebody like Reaper, and Reaper, when you get close up to an enemy, just pow, 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 you put those shotgun shells into him, and they are going to go down. You even have a tank. He's a tank shredder. He can just keep going in, blast, 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 blast. As long as he's close enough in your face, he can pretty much get the job done. Yeah, he's not good at everybody. He might not be able to take out a diva very well, but you know what? It's okay because he can take out the majority of enemies from a close-up range. He is a shredder. He is a destroyer. His shotguns eviscerate his competition. When you look at Widowmaker's shotgun, not only does it take a while for it to charge to full shotgun capacity, which is crazy, it only fires 1 bullet. Now, what kind of shotgun have you heard of that only has 1 bullet in it? It's crazy. Usually shotguns have a large spread. They get up close, you have a lot of shots, but Widowmaker is a very interesting shotgun character in that her shotgun only has this 1 tiny bullet that does tons and tons of damage. And when you can hit with it, it is fantastic, it's glorious, and it makes you feel so good inside. But when you can't hit with it, you just feel really, really bad. Now, in this game that you're watching now, you can see me try to use the shotgun a lot with Widowmaker, but most of the time I'm just going to turn around and use the machine gun, because I can at least hit enemies with the machine gun. It may do pitiful damage, but at least I'm doing damage at all. The shotgun takes too long to pull out, and then it is inaccurate as all get out, and it is ridiculous to me. They need to increase the size of the reticle on the shotgun to make it at least to have a modicum of viability at all. Ladies and gentlemen and gentlemen and gentlemen, you would not believe how much of a difference it would make if they just increased it by 2 or 3 times. Look at the reticle on Reaper shotguns. It is ginormous, it is huge, and Widowmaker is so kept back from being competitive by having this awful shotgun with this tiny, tiny reticle. Now look, Overwatch is a game when you're playing the different types of characters, you need to know absolutely what your role is. Now, I'm not gonna play as Reaper and sit on the back lines and try to shoot these shotguns from far range because they're not gonna do any damage. Reaper is obviously not a sniper, ladies and boys and gentlemen and boys. This is something that you have to understand. I'm not just gonna sit back and blast all day. I need to get up there and I need to get close and I need to do damage. I need to do it fast and hard and then wraith form out of there and hopefully escape eating those delicious souls on the way out. This is something that is absolutely impossible to do with Widowmaker. She does not have a wraith form, a quick way to escape. She does not have good shotguns. She doesn't have 2 shotguns. She doesn't have an unlimited amount of shotguns that are hiding in her jacket like Reaper does. She has this 1 awful shotgun. Please, Kaplan and the boys be paying attention to this. I'm sorry, Kaplan and the boys and the girls. I'm sure there are a lot of lovely female developers over at Overwatch because they are a multicultural group of diverse human beings that have made us a glorious game that I love to play every single day. And this is just one of the little things. I love Overwatch, but we really need to talk about this problem because it's pervasive. And we have 23 heroes, but only 22 of them are even remotely viable because we have Widowmaker, who is completely outclassed by these other 2 heroes that do the 2 jobs that she does so much better. Now, look, I know I said that Kaplan and the Blizzard boys are going to be making these changes, but the only way we can absolutely make sure that these changes are made is that if you cry out and you say, yes, Jeff Kaplan, we want these changes. Help me to bring out the cries of freedom, to share this video with your loved ones, and to make sure that Kaplan hears these words and that he can make the changes that need to be made to the game. Thank you so much for listening today. If you liked what you heard, please just keep listening. I'm gonna have a lot more Super Overwatch videos in the future. I'm going to be having lots of fun making these videos. It's not gonna be that hard because really, game, audio, put it together, and magically here is the video for you to watch and for you to comment on and for you to digest and understand the game better, because I'm taking you on this journey of how you and me and all of us together can have a better Overwatch. And please, if there's anything you want me to talk about, anything at all, I would love to talk about more topics in Overwatch. I love this game. I want to talk about it all the time. Leave your suggestions in the comments below. I'll be looking through them. I'll be talking about that stuff. Until next time, goodbye. It's the outro music, it's here at the end. It makes you want to click on things. You don't have a cool produced song, you just get this one that tells you to subscribe. Also, you can click on other videos that make you want to watch other videos. That's how it works, it's the song at the end, and it makes you want to click on things to do.